Hello everyone. Today's video lesson is on My Sister's Shoes, the second chapter of the second unit in the 10th Standard English textbook. My Sister's Shoes is an extract from a feature film named Children of Heaven, directed by Majid Majidi. Majid Majidi is an Iranian film director, film producer, and screenwriter. He has directed several films including The Color of Paradise, Baran, and The Willow Tree. It was in 1997 that Majidi directed the film Children of Heaven, the film script from which our chapter Sister's Shoes is taken. The film, Children of Heaven, was nominated for the Academy or Oscar Award for Best Foreign Language Film. This is the first Iranian film to have got nominated by the Academy. The film is about a boy who loses his sister's shoes and the events related to it. So, as I mentioned earlier, My Sister's Shoes is an extract or portion of the script of the film Children of Heaven. What is a script? What is a film script? A film script, otherwise known as a screenplay, is a written text of a film which includes instructions for the actors and directions for filming. Now that you know what a script is, let us now look into the script of My Sister's Shoes. By the way, I just intend to give you a summary of the scenes. Scene 1 of My Sister's Shoes opens in a cobbler's shop. A cobbler is a person who makes and repairs shoes. As the scene opens, we see the close-up shot of a cobbler repairing a girl's pink shoe. Ali, a young boy, is seated next to the cobbler on a low chair and is watching the cobbler at work. After finishing with the stitching of the shoe, the cobbler hands that shoe and the other one of the pair to Ali, informing him that it would cost 30 tumans. Tuman is an old Iranian currency. Ali thanks the cobbler and gives him the money. The cobbler then picks up some coins from his money box and returns the balance to Ali. In the next shot, we see a street outside the cobbler's shop. From across the street, the cobbler's shop where Ali and the cobbler are sitting can be seen. To the right of the cobbler's shop is a door with a curtain hanging on it. Ali is seen leaving the shop, and as he leaves, we can hear him thanking the cobbler and the cobbler responding to it. As Ali comes out of the cobbler's shop, a man with a parcel under his arm walks up to the curtain door and goes in. Ali puts the shoes into a small black bag in his hand and walks down the street and moves out of the frame on the left. In scene 2, we see the inside of a bakery. We see shots of bread being baked. We see close-up shots of the various stages of the baking of the naan. Naan is a thick, long bread made like chapatis. As the camera moves to the right, we see Ali picking up the naan dropped by the cook and stacking them on a cloth spread on a wooden plank. To stack means to arrange. The camera moves again to show Ali and the three cooks sitting around the stove, kneading and putting the bread inside the stove. After having finished arranging the naan, Ali ties up the cloth into a bundle. Cut to scene 3. In scene 3, the footpath outside the bakery is shown. A footpath is a path for those who are walking. So here outside the bakery, we see a small group of men waiting in a queue to buy naan. Ali is seen coming out of the bakery into the footpath with the parcel of naan in his right hand and the parcel of shoes in his left. Ali crosses the footpath and walks into a vegetable store. He places the bundle of naan on top of a pile of boxes of vegetables stacked or arranged in front of the shop and the bag of shoes in the small gap between two boxes. In the background, a hawker's voice is heard. The hawker is trying to sell salt. A hawker is a traveling seller of small goods. So Ali is now in the vegetable store and we see the shopkeeper standing behind the counter. Ali greets the shopkeeper and tells him that he needs potatoes. Akbar, that's the name of the shopkeeper, So he gives Ali a black bag to put potatoes in. Ali starts picking the large, wholesome potatoes from a box at the top of the heap. When Ali does this, the shopkeeper asks him not to pick those and asks him to pick potatoes that were kept on the floor. So Ali moves to his right, bends down on his knees, and starts picking smaller potatoes from a box on the floor. The close-up shot of Ali picking the potatoes is shown. Next, we see a shot of the shop from the pavement or footpath. A man pushing a handcart filled with junk or trash or waste materials enters the frame from the right and stops in front of the shop. The junk collector loudly greets the shopkeeper and with his permission starts picking up bundles of used plastic bags lying scattered on the floor near the boxes of vegetables and throws them into the cart. He sees Ali's parcel of shoes and thinking that it was junk or waste, he picks it up and puts it in the cart. After having collected the junk collector says goodbye to the vegetable shopkeeper Akbar and leaves. Cut to view from inside the vegetable shop. Akbar, the shopkeeper, is seen counting money. Ali finishes filling the bag with potatoes and gives it to Akbar for weighing. Akbar holds the bag in his hand to feel the weight for a moment and hands it back to Ali. He informs Ali that it would cost 65 tumans. Ali tells him that his mother had asked him to put it on their tab. Tab is a bill for goods you receive but pay for later. Akbar asks Ali to remind his mother that their account has reached its limit and that she should at least pay a part of it. Ali agrees to it and turns to go. The view from outside the shop is shown. Ali goes to the pile of boxes in front of the shop. He picks the bundle of naan and then looks for the bag of shoes. Unable to find it, Ali becomes nervous and in his frantic search for the shoes, topples or overturns the vegetable boxes and the vegetables get scattered on the floor. On hearing all this sound, Akbar comes running from inside the shop and sees the vegetables lying scattered or strewn on the ground. He gets very annoyed or angry and shouts at Ali. Ali feels guilty for what he has done and tells Akbar that his sister's shoes had gone missing. Akbar shouts at him to get out from there. Ali again tries to explain to him that he had left his sister's shoes right there. But Akbar was too angry to listen to any of what Ali said and shouts at him to get lost from there. Ali runs away frightened. Next is scene 4. Scene 4 opens in Ali's house. A middle distance shot of Ali and his sister Zahra kneeling on the mattress and reading their textbooks is shown. A baby's cry is heard faintly or lightly in the background. This scene shows Ali and Zahra exchanging notes between them. They pretend as if they are studying, but they communicate with each other by writing whatever they want to say in their notebooks and exchange it. Zahra whispers what she writes in her notebook. She wants to know how she can go to school without her shoes. Obviously, she has come to know that Ali has lost her shoes. As Zahra writes in her notebook, the conversation of both their parents can be heard from the other end of the room, mixed with the sound of a hammer banging. The sound of the mother is heard asking her husband or the children's father to go to the store the next day to buy formula. Formula here is a type of liquid food for babies. Remember hearing a baby's faint cry? That must be Ali and Zahra's baby brother or sister, and so the formula is very clearly for the child. So as the mother's sound is heard in the background, Zahra passes her notebook to Ali. Now the father's voice is heard off-screen. Off-screen means he is not shown on screen at the moment, only his sound is heard. So we hear the father's voice asking his wife not to worry. We also hear him talking about a certain Rahim Aka's wife who had a slipped disc and how surgery made it worse. Aka means Mr. or Sir. Slip disc is a condition which refers to a problem with the spinal cord of a person. The next shot shows us Ali and Zahra's mother lying on bed, leaning back against two pillows that are kept as support at her back. The father is sitting on a chair beyond the bed near the wall, and he is chopping wooden flints with a hammer on a block. Behind him, we see some vessels and clothes. We hear the father asking Ali's mother to learn to adjust and live with her slip disc. The next shot shows us a close-up of Ali reading from the book Zahra has passed on to him. We hear the mother's voice in the background. She is now not on the screen. We hear the mother asking the father what he wanted her to do all day. As the mother's voice is heard off screen, we see Ali starting to write in the notebook. We next hear the father's voice off screen, explaining to his wife or the children's mother that the doctor has advised her not to do any work. We understand from the conversation of the father and the mother that the mother is suffering from a problem of slip disc and she is advised not to do any work by the doctor. So she spends most of her time in bed. She wants to undergo a surgery so that she can get rid of the problem, but her husband is against it because he thinks that surgery will make her problem worse. Let us now return to the script. So as the mother's and father's voices are heard off screen, on screen we see Ali writing in the notebook that Zahra, his little sister, telling her to go to school with slippers. He whispers as he writes and passes the notebook to Zahra. The mother's voice is again heard off screen about how someone she knew had the same problem of slip disc and how after surgery she was doing quite fine. We now have a close-up shot of Zahra taking the notebook and reading what Ali has written in it. She gets quite angry reading it. Off screen, we hear the father's voice asking the mother to not think of surgery ever. On screen, we see close-ups of Zahra and Ali looking at each other. Again, the father's voice is heard off screen telling his wife that he doesn't want her to become crippled. To become crippled means to become disabled. On screen, we now have Zahra writing in the notebook. She mumbles or whispers as she writes. She writes in the notebook that she would tell their dad that Ali had lost her shoes. We now have a quick close-up shot of Ali looking at Zahra. She passes the notebook to Ali. The conversation of their parents continues in the background, now heard lightly. It is mixed by the beat of the hammer on the block. On screen, we now have a close-up of Ali writing in the notebook. Two close-ups of father working on the other end of the room, looking at the camera, mixed with close-up shots of Ali and Zahra are all shown. Ali writes in the notebook and passes it to Zahra. Zahra reads what Ali has written in the notebook in a whisper. It read, "Zahra, if you tell Dad, he will beat both of us because he doesn't have money to buy you a pair of shoes." Zahra writes, "Then what should I do?" in the notebook and passes it to Ali. Ali writes that she could wear his sneakers and passes the notebook back. Sneakers are a pair of sports shoe, are a type of sports shoe. Zahra writes that she would wear them when Ali was back from school. During the passing of the notebook back and forth, only the notebook in close-up and hands are shown in the frame. We now see a close-up of Zahra writing. As she writes, the stub or nib of her pencil breaks. Ali puts his pencil on the notebook for her to write. Zahra does not take the pencil. We see the close-up of the pencil lying on the notebook. So that's all we've been given in the text. So I just try to give you a summary of the script of My Sister's Shoes. If you read the text and if you listen to this, the summary of what I just explained, you will understand how the script of these 3 or 4 scenes gives us an idea of the characters, their family background, their poor financial status, their closeness with each other, and so on. So I hope this summary encourages you to read the text and lead you to watch the movie Children of Heaven. Thank you.